We're going to go to Avery in Provo, then Bernie in Salt Lake City. Avery, you're on Heart of the Matter.
Oh, really?
Really?
Awesome. Shawn, this is Shawn, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. You're doing a great thing. I'm 14. I don't know, without you, I would never have gotten out of Mormonism.
Wow. How did you
You've
get
helped
out?
me a lot.
How did you get out as a 14-year-old, Avery?
Well, about 2 years ago when I was 12, I started listening to your show, and I was at first, like, astounded, and I was, like, really appalled by what I heard, and I couldn't believe any of this, but then my eyes started to open, and I'm a born-again Mormon. And it's a great feeling, and
Awesome.
I really love you, and I thank you for everything you've done for me.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure, and it's all in service of God, and you'll be doing the same thing, my brother. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
How are your parents regarding what you've done? And then are you doing anything with your faith now in terms of church?
Well, it was so hard to tell my parents. I told my mom, and she was crying, of course, and it was really hard. And my dad was also really, like, not ashamed, but he's disappointed. And it was probably one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in my life. Leaving the Mormon church is, like, so incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
And in terms of church, I'm thinking I've gone to this one Baptist church for a while now, and I really like the things I'm hearing.
Good.
Looking around at other places, too. It's really great. But I just have one question, if that's okay.
Yes, please.
Me and my dad still go back and forth every now and again with the Mormon kind of things, and the Masonic temple rites, correct. He told me that they originate from a temple in Israel or something, that Joseph Smith just restored those, and I don't know, I haven't been able to combat that in any way.
Well,
is it restored from, like, this Israel thing, or?
No, Avery, Masonry, they think started 1700s, 1800s, 1600s, 1500s. When, Dave, when are you saying? 1701. Some say 1701. It's a mystery as to when it started, but it certainly did not start with ancient Israel. Okay? And there's a whole myth that the Masons have built up to give themselves legitimacy. And so they tied it into Solomon building his temple way, way back in the Old Testament times. But it's all myth. And if you study and you read books about it of people who have been Masons, people who are experts in Masonry, you will see that it's just a big history of myth, and that it really started up as a fraternal organization to protect workmen's skills when they were building the cathedrals in Europe. So, bottom line, your dad is using a myth to support the idea that Joseph Smith restored what they did in Solomon's temple back in to the earth today. But I got to tell you, ask any Jew what goes on in the temple. You can open up the Bible and read exactly what goes on in the temple. If you read Exodus and Leviticus, you can read exactly what goes, and nothing of it replicates what Joseph Smith said was going on in the temple back then. So your dad is, I'm sorry, sorely mistaken, unless you want to believe that Joseph Smith restored all these things, and we don't have any proof for it, you know?
All right, thanks.
Hey, Avery.
Yep.
You're a brave young man. I salute you. I salute nobody, but I salute you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I salute you more.
Keep going.
And to any Mormons out there who think I'm young and youthful and stupid, research it for yourself. UTLM.org is great. It helped me a lot.
Awesome.
And hopefully you'll be able to see the truth and glory of God.
Good job, Avery. God bless you, my brother.
You too.
Bye-bye.